Welcome to John Long Silver Rails. Today we're going to do an unboxing. As a matter of fact, we have a number of boxes to look at. Also, I went over to Gulf Breeze, went through some antique stores. I got this nice little marked car here. Now these are hard to find complete with well, this one has trucks, but with the vehicles on them. And it came with a bonus vehicle. So that's very nice. I'm very glad to have gotten that. Now we'll start with this box. I'm using my Sequoia National Park souvenir knife. Now these knives are not very expensive and perhaps they're not very sharp. We'll find out. But if you go to these national park gift shops, you might find one with your name on it. Mine says Jack. What do we have in here? Well, it's an interesting box because I don't know what this kind of wrap. I guess it's a new kind of something or other. They keep it to cushion it. It seems to have worked. Seems to be very well cushioned. And it is a Tyco Durango diesel locomotive. I can't wait to try this one out. It's in the original box. The next box up here is from something called Radar Toys. You know, I got these boxes a while back and I haven't had a chance to go through them yet, so I'm not even sure what's in some of them. I can't remember everything I ordered. Well, this is something for grandchildren, but it's interesting because it could be used on a large-scale train layout as well. It's a Playmobil set, the Country Series. You can see how that would look nice on a large garden-sized railroad. It's also sized for very young children to play with. Now we have the big box. Let's see what's in the big box. This one came all the way from Berlin, Pennsylvania. Oh boy, a world of what I call peanuts or popcorn or something. I don't know what people call it, but that's what I call it. Complete with static clean. It's hard to complain though because you do want the thing to come unbroken. Now, this one is big. I know what this is because I remember this one, but we'll show it as we get it out. Let's see if there's anything else mixed in here with the popcorn. Well, there is. I think that's it. We'll put that down here. And we will open this. Well, we'll open it with a knife. We have a Noma station, which is something that I've never had before. What's neat about this Noma station, I believe this green is very rare. The ones I've seen were red. I'm not sure they made very many green ones. Now, I knew it was missing the steeple that goes with the button, so I ordered one off eBay. And of course, it's red, but at least it's there. The other thing is, I ordered in this bag, little bitty bag, is the sound system that replaces the original mechanism. Hopefully I can do a video later of trying to install that and see if we can make it work. Now this bag here, I think has the original mechanism in it. We'll see. And I'm sure it's going to be nothing but parts. Probably maybe something that I wouldn't be able to repair. What happens with these mechanisms, in addition to the elements, the rubber drive bands break over time. Rubber just doesn't hold up over a long time. This whole thing here is what was in the mech inside the station originally. Shipped separately. The speaker's damaged. Here's a drive wheel, but I don't see a record. And it ran on batteries, 2 of them, and I'm not going to use this. I may sell it for parts to somebody that needs it. I haven't decided yet. But I really look forward to having fun with this station in the future. Well, now we have this box from Bloomfield, Connecticut. That's the fun of eBay. You can shop all over the country, even other countries if you want to. I recently ordered something from Canada. I hope it shows up on time. We'll see. The guy threw in some signs and stuff, and he threw in some instructions. Tyco. Yes, this is Tyco US1 Trucking that we're going to unbox here. Here's the signs. This is something the truck would back into and dump. Here's the holders for the signs. So we're still digging in here to get the important pieces out. Important piece number 1 is the little operating crane, which picks up the pipes and dumps them in the truck. And the next important piece is a little operating bulldozer with a little man figure. And of course he lost his head. I think I knew that when I bought it. Well, there's something there. Maybe his head's there. It's just hard as no. But this thing pushes these little logs up into the truck. Kind of a neat operating accessory. And then, if that's not enough, we have 2 of the pipes that go with the crane. And we have these 2 pieces that go on. These are the sidings. We have 3 of them. 2 more sides. Boy, you gotta be careful you don't overlook any of this stuff when you unbox. There's so much in here. So, when you get this track, you want to clean the rails. This is the electrical contacts. It's also important to clean them down here where they make contact with the adjacent track. For example, it goes together like this. And you want all that to make the proper electrical contact. Well, last but not least, I went into an antique store in Gulf Breeze. They had 2 piles of these boxed train sets from back in the day. Most of them were Marks, some were Lionel. Some of the Marks had diesel engines. Most of them were just the basic engines. This is the one I bought. I got a discount on it for some reason. I forget why. $85 instead of $98. I guess I must have asked. It's a nice vintage box, not in perfect shape, but it is what it is. Now in this box, everything but the transformer is here, it looks like. It does have this power cord. Well, wait, here's the transformer. I don't know what went in this space. But it has nice track, 5-tie Marks track, which is a good thing. And the track's like new. There's the curved track, all like new, carefully packed. So why did I get this one? Well, if you read the box, it says sound of power. Now, whether it works remains to be seen. But I'd like to find out. I have a Marks Sound of Power tender that's a rust bucket and no good, so I wasn't able to use it. The Santa Fe caboose, the ends are not chipped. The boardwalk up here is not chipped. It's got the rear ladder. Why Marks never put a front ladder on these plastic cabooses, I've never figured out. It has the B&O boxcar, also in beautiful shape. No rust, just beautiful stuff here. Yeah, if I had a bunch of money, about $1,000, I probably could have bought all those sets, but I don't need them. That's too many sets for me. This is the gondola, the Erie gondola with the drop ends. These ends drop down to put loads in. I guess if you put two of these together, you could put a long load, but you'd have trouble getting around the corners. Here's the Sound of Power, which is in the tender. The tender is carefully wrapped. This little wheel makes contact with the center rail, has a brake point in it, and somehow it makes that sound. So it'll be fun to try it out and see what it does. It says Santa Fe on it. And then, of course, we want to have a locomotive with this thing. Although that tender should work with any locomotive, I guess, that Marks made. This is the 1666. Now, with these things, you make sure the steps under the cabs are there because they're often broken off. You make sure you have the front and rear trucks, which this one has, because they're sometimes missing. And, of course, I'm going to have to lubricate this and everything to get it running. It does have the smoke unit in it, which hopefully will work. We'll find out. But this is a very nice locomotive. It has metal rails on the side of the boiler. Very well detailed. It's really a wonderful locomotive for those of you who like Marks trains. And it has the double reduction motor. If you look at this side, it has two gears here. The single reduction has one large gear. The double reduction, the gears on the wheels are recessed. The single reduction, they're flush with the rim. The double reduction will go through a Lionel switch. The single reduction will bounce. So you really want the double reduction motor if you want to run it on Lionel. Now, if you have a locomotive that's by Marks and it has a single reduction motor in it and you really like it, you can always find a busted locomotive with a double reduction motor and put that motor in it. I've done that. And then you can run it on your Lionel layout with your Lionel switches. You can run it on a Lionel layout if it's just a circle with no switches. But if you have a switch, it will bounce when it hits the switch and possibly derail. Well, that concludes this unboxing. I hope everybody liked it, and I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to build up my number of subscribers. I get a lot of views, but I don't have enough subscribers. Thanks for watching. We're about to run the Marks Sound of Power, complete with smoke.